A new prosecutor is taking over the Georgia election interference case against President Donald Trump and 14 others. Veteran prosecutor and head of Georgia's Prosecuting Attorneys Council, Pete Skandalakis, is now taking on the Fulton County case. This comes after a court disqualified Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis for an improper romantic relationship. We have team coverage for you this evening. 11 Live's Zach Merchant standing by with contacts and analysis. But we begin with 11 Live's Doug Richards live at the Fulton County Courthouse with more on what's coming next here.
Yeah, Jennifer, this was the case of a veteran prosecutor and a state official who had the task of trying to select a prosecutor to take on the Trump case after Fani Willis was disqualified. And he asked around, nobody wanted it, and so he took it on himself. The election interference case against Donald Trump and originally 18 co-defendants quickly consumed the Fulton County DA's office when DA Fani Willis was forced off the case after engaging in a relationship with then Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. Veteran prosecutor Pete Skandalakis, who led the state's Prosecuting Attorneys Council, had to find a replacement. The only volunteer he says he could find was himself.
I'm glad I'm not Pete. I don't envy his job at all.
Former DeKalb County DA Robert James says Skandalakis will have to analyze 8 terabytes plus more than 100 boxes of evidence against Trump and his remaining 14 co-defendants from an office ill-staffed for such a job.
That DA is going to need a staff of several other attorneys. Not just one or two, but several other attorneys, a staff of paralegals, a staff of investigators, a staff of people that are purely administrative. And that's just to get through the review competently.
It's still unclear how that would be funded. The state government funds the Prosecuting Attorneys Council that Skandalakis leads now. Former Gwinnett DA Danny Porter told us he thinks Skandalakis may have to eliminate the racketeering charges that brought so many of the co-defendants into one courtroom.
If it was me, I would break it down into multiple indictments. And the final case would be against the most serious defendants. The indictment as it is, it's too unwieldy to trial.
It is worth noting that Skandalakis had the power to make the Trump case go away today, basically, with a deadline that loomed today. And instead of just declining to appoint a prosecutor, which would have made that happen, he appointed himself instead. In a statement, he said that he thought that the case had too much heft and too much interest, public interest, to simply make it go away. No guarantee, however, really what happens now going forward with this new prosecutor. We are live at the Fulton County Courthouse tonight. Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.
Still a lot to wait and see about. Doug, thank you so much. We want to bring in 11 Alive's Zach Merchant now, co-anchor of the Georgia Vote. Zach, this case continues to evolve moment by moment. Just as soon as it slips your mind, it comes back with something new here.
And boy, has that not been the story of this case since it started. It just continues to evolve. The latest, just in the last 90 minutes or so, just before 5 o'clock, we got an order from Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee. He's the judge that's been overseeing this case. He dismissed 3 counts from this indictment. They all relate to allegations of filing or conspiring to file false documents. They've been removed from this indictment now. We should point out, though, the foundational charge, this RICO charge, that's still in place. So all of the remaining defendants in this case, the ones who have not pled out already, they are still live defendants in this case, but it continues to evolve, Jennifer.
It does, and this has been going on for quite some time now. Everybody may not be as up to date, Zach, so walk us through why District Attorney Fani Willis was removed from this case in the first place here.
It has been a long saga here. It all started when Fulton County DA Fani Willis hired Nathan Wade as special prosecutor on November 1st, 2021 to help lead the case as a special purpose grand jury investigation was ramping up. In 2024, about 5 months after Willis's office indicted President Donald Trump and 18 others, a defense attorney filed a motion to disqualify Willis from the case. The motion accused her of engaging in an improper romantic relationship with Wade and alleged they personally profited from the case when Wade used his earnings to pay for vacations the pair took. Filings allege Wade's law firm was paid more than $650,000 from the Fulton DA's office between 2022 and 2023. a significantly higher amount than other special prosecutors in the same case. Willis and Wade testified under oath and in court filings that their relationship began in early 2022 after Wade was hired as a special prosecutor. During a tense disqualification hearing in February, both Willis and Wade vehemently denied financially profiting from the case.
Has he ever visited you at the place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you lied in this. Let me tell you which one you lied in. Right here. I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth,
Judge.
And it is a lie. It is a lie.
A month later, a Fulton County judge found the relationship created an appearance of impropriety and gave the DA's office two choices. Wade could leave the case, or the entire DA's office would be disqualified. Shortly after that, Wade resigned, but the defendants argued the ruling did not go far enough and asked an appellate court to also remove DA Willis. On December 2024, just a handful of months ago, the Georgia Court of Appeals ruled DA Willis should be disqualified. She appealed to the state Supreme Court to stay on the case, but the state's highest court declined earlier this year to review that lower court ruling, closing the door on her last chance to retake control of the case that brought the national spotlight to her office and to Fulton County, Jennifer.
Yeah, so there's certainly been a lot that we have been through to get to this point. And now there's still more to come as we will now wait for this latest portion to unfold here.
Pete Skandalakis, he's going to review all that evidence. You heard Doug lay it out. It is a lot, and then he's going to have some pretty big decisions to make.
And he's well respected by both sides of the political aisle, so this
Veteran
will
prosecutor,
certainly be something to
he's been in these shoes before.
Yeah, Zach, thank you so much. And you know, Zach and our Faith Jesse will have much more on this when you see them on Sunday morning for an all-new episode of The Georgia Vote. That's Sunday at 11 a.m. right here on 11 Alive and streaming on 11 Alive Plus.